There you go. Now, on the small screen, he's won countless awards as Lieutenant Columbo, the owner of the world's most famous raincoat. His new book is just out and it's called One More Thing. Will you please raise the roof for the man himself, the one and only Mr. Peter Falk. Come on, let's I can't believe it. We've got Lieutenant Columbo on my sofa. Peter, it's a delight to meet you, an absolute delight.
And you are under arrest.
That's not the first time I've had it said to me. Never on live TV. Peter, congratulations on the book. I mean,
oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a wonderful... But you don't consider it an autobiography, do you?
No, I don't. What I wanted to do was... there are certain stories in my life that I always remember when I get together with other actors. I tell them the story and they tell me their stories. I said, let's get all those stories and put them in a book, and that's what it is.
It's a nice read that you can pick up any time.
Yeah, you can pick it up. One story has nothing to do with the next story.
That's right, yeah.
So you go to page 22 and you read for 10 minutes and you close the book, and then 2 weeks later you pick it up and go to the next story.
I didn't know. Your big break was in Murder Incorporated. The movie Murder Incorporated.
Yeah, what a surprise. You see, what happened at that time, I was an off-Broadway actor. What does that mean? That means you work, when you go into rehearsal, you get $10 a week. That's what that means. And when the play opens, you get $30 a week. Yeah. So I wasn't making a lot of money. And the only people that knew that I was an actor was my mother and my cousin in New Jersey.
But you got an Oscar nomination for that, didn't you?
Well, that was the big break. There was a book called Murder Incorporated, and that was the first time that the people in the United States understood that there was a gang of, I guess, murderers, and they were for hire. Other gangs would hire them to murder somebody, and the country didn't know that. Yeah. And so the guy wrote a book about it called Murder Incorporated, and I played Abe Kid Twist Relis. Colorful name, right? And he was the guy who killed everybody.
Did you think you'd won, you know, going to the Oscars? Did you think you'd won that night for the Oscar?
You know, I did.
Did you? Yeah.
I really did.
No.
I got nominated, I went to the Oscars, and when it came to my category, the guy said, and the winner is Peter, and I'm standing up.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then he said, Ustinov. I'm now sitting down.
Now, Columbo, I mean, it was a big part of our lives. All Columbo fans, yeah? Peter, I have to tell you something. It left me with a raincoat obsession. No, really. Really. I saw Columbo. I've got to go to Burberry's and get me Mac. I'm always going round in a Mac, and it's thanks to you. Did you choose Columbo's raincoat?
What happened was this. About 10 years before Columbo, for some reason, I was on 57th Street in New York, and I passed the store, and I said, gee, that coat, I like that coat. And I went in, and I liked it because it was short. Yeah. It came down to here. You could see just below my knees. And I bought it. And that's the Columbo raincoat. 10 years later, I said, I'm going to be this character. I'm going to wear that raincoat. And I did.
It was perfect, though. Yeah. It suited him so... Remember it was like, you think, slightly grubby, but it worked a treat, didn't it? Like my raincoat, slightly grubby. Where is it now? Where is the famous raincoat now?
Gee, I have to give this a lot of thought. Oh, I remember. It's in my bedroom closet.
You'd get a fortune for it, an absolute fortune. And like me, you had to work with a troublesome dog, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's my wife. Right now, we only have 7.
Listen,
Imagine what my life is like.
we've got to... Bring him back, that's what I say. Bring him back. Now, you've done lots of movies, but your favourite director was John Cassavetes.
Yes, I like John Amati.
Yeah.
John Amati.
Yeah.
I love John, as a matter of fact. He was not only a great director, he was a great friend, and there'll never be another one like him.
Yeah.
Never.
I mean, one of my favourite movies with Gina Rowlands and yourself is Woman Under the Influence.
Right.
That's a cracking film, that.
Let me tell you a story about raisins.
Raisins? Go on then, Pete, yeah.
Yeah, there was an off-Broadway director, Paul Shire, and he loved raisins. And no, he disliked raisins, that's right. And he was a very picky eater. And he's in the delicatessen, and the guy's saying, well, what are you going to have? And he said, I'll have, no, I don't know. Maybe I'll, no. And the guy said, well, make up your mind. And he says, I know. I'll have a rice pudding. But wait a minute. Does that rice pudding have raisins? And the waiter said, no, there's no raisins. Because I don't want any raisins. There's no raisins. And he came back with the rice pudding. It was full of raisins. And Paul Shire, he said to the waiter, he said, I said no raisins. And the waiter said, here and there you'll find a raisin.
Listen, the one movie, reading this, I never knew this, the one movie you wish you'd have been in was The Godfather.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wanted to be in that Godfather. And they sent me the script. I knew the producer, Al Ruddy. And I read it, and I said, boy, this script is great, really great. And I called him up, and I said, I'm so excited. I said, what part do I play? He said, Mo Green. And I read the script again. No, I couldn't find Mo Green. And I read it again. No Mo Green. I read it a third time. Oh, my gosh. He had a small, I saw his name, Mo Green. He had like 2 lines. So I called the producer. I called Al Ruddy, my friend. I called him up, and I said, you know, I want to be in this picture because it's such a great script. But I got to say no to you, Al. And he said, why? I thought you liked the script. I said, I do. So he said, why can't you do it? I said, the problem is I can't find the part.
They're going to give you more lines. That's outrageous. Do you know, Sheridan, you love this, and beware with your little fella. There's a fabulous story in about the Pekingese and your glass eye under the pillow.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. I was very attracted to this girl. And she had a Pekingese, and she allowed the Pekingese to sleep with her at night. And then one night, she afforded me the same privilege. So we were all in bed together. And the next morning, when I woke up, I heard this crunching. It was the Pekingese, and he was eating my eye. Because at night, you take the eye out, you put it under the pillow, you know.
I might be sick, but I roared when I read that. Peter, It's a great read. It really is.
Thank you very much.
No, it is. And it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. It really is.
I enjoyed being here.
Oh, thank you very much for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, please, put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Peter Falk. Come on. How fabulous.